Hi everybody, welcome to our last episode of what Michael has dubbed the Morgan and Michael Show. We are crafting along, doing different space activities every week, and today we're going to have a little more fun than usual, in my opinion, because it is the last week. So our theme this week is all about the Perseid Meteors, and we are going to be making some edible meteorites. Everything's more fun when you can eat the product at the end. But before we do that, we have to learn a little bit about the Perseids. The Perseid meteor shower is one of the highlights of many meteor hunters' calendar due to its high hourly rate and bright meteors caused by the Earth slamming into the debris left behind by the comet 109P Swift-Tuttle in July and August every year. It's called the Perseids because the meteors seem to originate from the constellation of Perseus. Astronomers call this point the meteor shower's radiant. Observers can look out for the shower wherever they are, but there are certain kinds of places that will increase your chances of spotting the meteors. Plan ahead and check the weather forecast. If it is likely to be inclement, find a different location or go out on a different day. The days leading up to the peak are usually better than the days after. Reduce the amount of light pollution in your field of view. This could mean heading out to the countryside, a nearby park, or even doing something as simple as turning your back to street lamps if you are not able to go anywhere. Give your eyes at least 15 minutes to adjust to the dark so that you can catch more of the fainter meteors. Meteors can appear in any part of the sky, so the more sky you can see, the better. Finding an area with a clear view of the horizon and away from trees and buildings. Binoculars and telescopes are not necessary and will actually restrict the size of the sky that will be visible to you. However, there are other astronomical targets to look out for that would look magnificent through a telescope. The Perseids in 2020 are maximizing on the 11th and 12th of August. The normal limits usually occur between July 16th and August 23rd. There are many fast and bright meteors with trains, which makes these such a spectacle. Any time between midnight and 5:30 a.m. is best for viewing these meteors. The Geminids also has a high hourly rate, but they occur in December when the Northern Hemisphere experiences winter. Since the Perseids take place over the school summer holidays in many parts of the Northern Hemisphere, family groups are able to witness the shower together. There is also a high chance of seeing fireballs, which are very bright meteors, as well as meteors with long trains during the Perseid meteor shower. So as always, the first thing we want to do is collect all of our materials at our workbench for doing the activity of the day. Today we're doing edible meteorite, so we've got some mini marshmallows, yum, some semi-sweet chocolate chips, yum, some crushed graham crackers. You can use whole graham crackers that you will just need to crush yourself, which I will tell you how to do. I'm cheating a little bit by using those already crushed, but again, this is what I had on hand, and we're encouraging you always to use stuff that you have readily available to you so you don't have to go out to the house, out of the house. You also want a spoon for mixing, a glass bowl for melting, a wax paper lined baking tray of some sort for allowing the edible meteorites to set once all of the ingredients are combined in the appropriate way, and voila, we are ready to go. Also really important to make sure that you taste test all of your ingredients. Marshmallows. Honestly, these ingredients remind me of making s'mores, which is perfect because we're in the middle of summer, we're out meteorite viewing, we're camping with our family. The best way to see a meteorite. What do you want to make? You want to make s'mores. You can make them into a ball and they'll be meteorites. It's even better. So what you want to do first, if you don't have crushed up graham crumbs already, you want to take your graham crackers, you could even use digestive biscuits as outlined in the PDF instructables, and you want to put them into a Ziploc bag and crush them up. So let's pretend like I just had whole crackers in this bag. I would crush with my hands. And you're going to get something that's not perfectly fine like the pre-packaged graham crumbs are, but that's okay. We want our meteors to be kind of textural and have lots of different size shapes of crumbs and pieces. What you want to do next is take your semi-sweet chocolate chips. You can use dark chocolate, you can use milk chocolate, you can use white chocolate. We don't discriminate against chocolate in this house. And again, dietary restrictions permitting, you want to taste test your ingredient. Good. Excellent. Usable. So you're going to measure out about 50 grams of chocolate chips. I'm going to guesstimate here. And put them into your microwave safe glass bowl. And then you're going to microwave in 30-second intervals and stir between intervals to mix them. And you don't want to overdo it. So you can even shorten the intervals to about 5-10 seconds. The 30 seconds is actually suggested for a larger volume of chocolate chips. So the PDF instructables, you'll see that we have 10 times the recipe so that you can make lots of edible meteorites to share with your family. What I'm making today will make about 1. So 50 grams of chocolate chips, I'm going to go pop these in the microwave and heat them on high to melt them. You can see here, these chocolate chips are still pretty warm. They've been in the microwave for about a minute now. And as you mix them, they continue to melt because they're being further encapsulated in the warm melty chocolate. And so it didn't look like these were done, but they're actually done. And if you don't want to mix them all the way to complete meltiness, liquid, you don't have to. So like I said, we want these meteorites to be very textural and not necessarily like perfect little balls. So yeah, just have some fun with it. So this looks really good. At this point, you don't want to taste test again because you're making these into meteorites that you want to share with your family. And also after taste testing, you want to make sure that you wash your hands just to keep everything nice and food safe. So then we're going to add about 25 grams of our graham crumbs. It's so fun to say. Grams of grams. So 25 grams, if you're altering the amount of meteorites that you're making, you just really want a 1-to-2 ratio of graham cracker or digestive biscuit to chocolate. And you want to fully incorporate this. And it's important to kind of work quickly here because you don't want your chocolate to cool too much. It'll be really hard to incorporate into the graham meteorite dust if you let it cool too much. So again, I'm kind of guesstimating on my amounts. This doesn't quite look like it's dusty enough, so I'm going to add a few more graham cracker crumbs and repeat the incorporation. It's better to add less than too much to begin with because you can always add more, but you can't really take away. But again, anything goes because this combination of ingredients is delicious in every form. If you're accidentally not working fast enough and your chocolate starts to set up and you can't incorporate as many graham crumbs as you'd like, you can get in there with your hands. Again, really important to wash your hands and keep everything sanitary, especially during these times. It's really important to be mindful of our interaction with things that we're putting into our body. But you want to get all of the graham crumbs in there if you can. If not, no worries. We're next going to be incorporating some marshmallows into our meteorites and rolling them into balls. So we're getting our hands in there anyway. But you could also melt down some of the marshmallows as, again, outlined in the PDF instructables by combining some marshmallows with a little bit of butter over a saucepan and heating on medium until the marshmallows are a little bit melty. That'll help you get whole marshmallows into this mixture as well. So this is looking pretty good to go for marshmallow addition. So I'm going to go ahead and add a few marshmallows. And now all of these different ingredients represent different aspects of the meteorite. And so I want you guys at home to look into the composition of meteorites and see perhaps what you think the graham crumbs could emulate. It might have something to do with some sort of dust particle. What might the chocolate emulate? What might the marshmallows emulate? And also, as we've outlined in the PDF instructables, you can use some metallic cake decorating balls. Perhaps think about what those might also emulate. Hint, it has something to do with metals and metals that occur in meteorites. So then once you've got this kind of mixed up nicely, you want to take your meteorite mixture and press it firmly into a ball and get these edible meteorites into the fridge to set up. And again, if you're seeing that your meteorites aren't holding up very well, kind of like mine are here, you can add melted marshmallow or even more melted chocolate, honestly. All right, So I've got 5 decently sized meteorite balls. I'm going to go stick them in the fridge to set up for eating. So there you have it, everybody. The end of an era where Let's Talk Science has been so privileged to be here with you through some troubling times each week. I hope you guys had fun doing the activities with us. I know I sure did. And we'll see you for sure soon. Maybe in person.